Okay, good morning, students. So our previous discussion is about series types of circuit. So our topic will be parallel circuit. So you have learned that uh, a series circuit has only one current to flow, but in a parallel circuit, it has multiple branches so that multiple paths for the current to flow. So just keep in mind that parallel has always multiple paths. So the voltage or potential difference across each branch of a parallel circuit is the same, but the currents may vary. So here is an example of a parallel circuit. So unlike sa series circuit, so single lang siya type of connection. So if there something happens to this resistor or bulb, so the whole circuit will be affected. But unlike the parallel circuit, if this bulb or resistance is damaged or open, the circuit has another branch or another wire to flow. So the loop stays, so there is a circuit. Okay? So that is the good side about parallel circuit. So, sa may good example sa mga parallel circuit. So, kanang atong sa ato ang balay, kabantay mo, if naisuga mapunder sa ato ang sud sa atong balay, dili mapaong ang tanan. It's because ang gigamit na sa atong mga balay dugay na is parallel circuit. So, kung if atong i-series unsa may tabo if naay mapunder lang, so madaot na iyang flow sa current kay isa ra man. So, mapaong tanan ang suga sa atong balay. So, that's why it is being used na yun sa ato ang mga balay is parallel circuit. So, if we have now this given na natay voltage, na natay resistance, so atong pangitawon ang iyang current using Ohm's law. So, V equals IR. So, Ohm's law to find the current, I equals V over R. So, 24 divided by 6. So, makakuha ta og 4 amperes. So, atong example is natay flow sa water. Diba niyon ko sa una din, ang current is tubig. So, ang ato is padong sa ubos. Kay sa high position ba sa ang tubig is dili man pwede sa magsugod ang tubig sa low din musakas pa baw. Dili na siya kay bitaro man sa gravity. So from high position down to the low position. So same siya sa current. So high tension or low tension. No, what I mean is high potential and low potential. So like sa current na say flow nga from positive down to negative. So natay daw nga 4 amperes. To solve the current sa alain nga resistance, the resistance is 8 ohms. Makakuha ta og current nga 3 amperes. So 24 divided by 8 is 3. So kay kabantay mo, lalain siya og current. Unlike sa series na isa ra ang current, so sa parallel lalain. So, mo tong explain ninyo ngano ang bumbilya is hayag man gihapon. It's because na siya kagulingon na current musod. Unlike sa series nga pag abot diri, kuhaan sa diri. So muna atong bumbilya is muhinay. So, if kani madaot na siya, musiga pa ni, of course musiga pa kay naman sa lain connection diri. So, if kani diri madaot, so vice versa, musiga gihapon ang diri. Kaya namin po siya connection diri. So, may nakaindot sa parallel circuit. So, ang iyang voltage diri ha is 24. So, wala siya voltage drop. Nga mag-compute pa ta pila ka voltage ang giiban sa ato ang supply. Okay, so to solve the current of the whole circuit, ato lang i-add ang duha ka current no sa ato ang resistance. So makakuha ta og 7 amperes. So 7 amperes din ni agi diri. Ito ang current. So, atong i-add 4 plus 3, 7. Okay? So, sa base po sa Kirchhoff's law, pag abot diri sa atong current nga 7, down sa 4, so 3. So, 0 gyapon balik sa 7. So, makuha gyapon ang Kirchhoff's law. Okay, so after makuha na nato ang total current, we need to find the total resistance or the equivalent resistance. So, ang formula is, sa Ohm's law gyapon, I equals V over R. So, atong voltage is 24 divided by sa atong current is 24 divided by 7. Makuha gyapon nato ang total resistance of 3.43 ohms. So, unlike sa kabantay mo sa series nga if taas ang ato ang kung mag-add tag mga resistance, mudako siya. But in the parallel circuit, it must not have the total resistance is not greater to 6 ohms and 8 ohms. So, unlike sa series nga if mag-add ta og resistance, mutaas niya resistance sa parallel is mugamay, because when we add more resistance, there's more current to flow. So that's why total resistance is only 3.43, not greater to 6 ohms and not greater than 8 ohms. Okay, so with this equation, you can also solve we can get also the total resistance by using this formula. Total resistance equals 1 over 6 plus 1 over 8, and you can still get the same answer of 3.43 ohms. So we need to compute the wattage for our supply. So using the power formula, V times I, we can get 24 times 7, we can get 168 watts by using this formula, 24 times 7. So using with another equation, we can get the voltage absorbed by this 4 amperes, I squared times R. So 4 times 4 equals 16 times 6, you can get 96 watts. So we can also use the formula V times I. So 24 times 4, we can still get the same answer of 96 watts. Using another formula of power, take note, it was the same answer with this formula equals V times I. V squared divided by R. So 24 divided by our second resistance, it is 8 ohms. 24 squared divided by 8. So pwede na to by shortcut. 24 divided by 8 is 3. So 3 times 24, we can get the answer of 72. So muna ato ang iyang voltage nga i-absorb. Okay, so sa series wala natin voltage drop, naggrota sa power. So by using Kirchhoff's law, 96 plus 72 still the same sa atong supply of power. So 168 watts. So from here, madagan ang current. 168 minus 96, mabilan og 72. So 0. Ma-0 gyapon niya ibalik sa ato ang supply. So sakto ang ato ang Kirchhoff's law. Sa example, in a parallel circuit, as you add more resistor, the total resistance decreases because as you add more branch, more current can flow through the circuit. So we have another example using 3 resistance or bulbs in a parallel circuit. So, ang sa example sa parallel circuit, bisag kaning tunga madaot ni siya. So, if there's no flow of current here, the circuit can still go. It can still loop. So, there is still a circuit. Bisag kani madaot ni flow po ng circuit, there is a 4 ohms and sa 5 ohms. Unlike sa series, if madaot ni dire, wala na. Okay, there is only one path. While the parallel has multiple paths. So, sa unang buhaton, by using Ohm's law, we need to find the current of each resistor. So, V equals IR, I equals V over R. So, 20 divided by 2 is 10 amperes, 20 divided by 4 equals 5 amperes, and 20 divided by 5 equals 4 amperes. So, after that, we need to find the total current of this circuit. So you add 10 plus 5 plus 4 equals 19 amperes. So to prove the Kirchhoff's law, 19 amperes here going to the supply. So na siya drop dire of 10 amperes. So ang remaining is 9. Na siya drop dire nga 5 amperes. So ang remaining is 4. So, ay mo kalibo ang 4 dire, hantod na dire ang 4 amperes ha. Then, maada na po siya og 9, then 10, balik sa iyang supply. So, Kirchhoff's law po 19, minus 19, back to 0. So, we need to find the power of our supply. So, it can produce a power of 380 watts. Using again the Ohm's law, sa power, V times I, so 20 times 19, you can get 380 watts. And by using the same equation, V times I, 20 times 10 is 200 watts. 20 times 20 times 5, you can get 100 watts. And 20 times 4 amperes, you can get 80 watts. So, we add the voltage absorbed in each resistor. We can get 200 plus 100 plus 80 is equals to 380. So, the same with our supply. So, Kirchhoff's law again. So, ang need na to i-compute is ang total resistance. So, unlike sa series na mag-add tag R1 plus R2 plus R3, ang atong formula is, okay, so ang formula atong gigamit is R equals V over I. So, makakuha tawag total resistance of 1.05 ohms. So, another sa pag-solve ani is total resistance 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 5 raised to the power of negative 1. So, ang total na po makuha na po ni 1.05. So, akong isend sa atong messenger ang answer using the calculator. So, ang summary, in a parallel circuit, the voltage across each of the components is the same. And the total current is the sum of the currents flowing through each component. In a series circuit, every device must function for the circuit to be complete. If one bulb burns out in a series circuit, the entire circuit is broken. So I hope you understand, class. Then if you have questions, kindly send message to our group chat. So I will answer it immediately. Okay, thank you.